touch and even scratch them unexpectedly. The incidents are said to be followed by an awful smell. In July 2021, CCTV footage seems to have captured evidence of just such a spirit haunting the pub. Take a look. As you can see, the measuring cup slides about all on its own. Owners Adele Gill and Steve Ellis have dubbed the entity Henry and believe it's the spirit of the former landlord. For years, strange, unexplained events have been happening on the premises. Gill said that one time while clearing out the safe, she felt a hand grab her leg. She distinctly remembers feeling a thumb and fingers wrap around her leg and tightly grip. Kitchen staff have seen and heard things too. One morning they discovered a row of dishes, normally kept on the top of the fridge, all neatly lined up on the floor. Eerie, disembodied whispers have been heard, and vapor-like substances have been spotted swirling around the pub. Guests sometimes leave in a hurry, only to admit sometime later that they think they saw something moving behind the bar when there was no one else around. And, of course, time and time again, a strange smell is left in the air, distinctly like bad body odor. So could this CCTV footage be proof that a ghost really does haunt this old pub? Take another look and judge for yourself. David Langley Evans owns the Thomas Arms Hotel, a 184-year-old pub in Llanelli, Wales. He claims on numerous occasions he's seen a strange white apparition appear on the premises. Now he has CCTV footage that seems to substantiate his claims. Take a look at what the security cameras captured. As you can see, a white, mist-like shape seems to rise directly out of the carpeted floor. It then floats up towards the ceiling. David has worked in the old pub for over 10 years, and in that time he's said he's experienced all kinds of strange activity. One night while closing up, David and his wife saw a fishbowl slide the length of the bar and smash on the floor. The burial site fell into relative obscurity. However, locals began noticing that the plot always had fresh cut flowers adorning the grave. Come rain, hail or shine, there was always a bright fresh bunch of flowers despite no one admitting to putting them there. In addition to the perpetual floral offerings, the spot that's become known as Jay's Grave is now a hotbed for bizarre sightings. Tourists often see what appears to be a teen girl wrapped in a black cloak. Others spot a ghostly image that's said to be the son of the farmer who banished Kitty after she became pregnant. Some have even reported crying sounds in the open fields. Even today, bunches of flowers appear without reason. Locals believe it's become something of a
back. You
In the third clip, we see the uploader awoken from a nap by the intense banging yet again.
So it's literally 3 in the afternoon, and it's been happening more during the day, and it's just not even scary. It's just...
There's clearly no one around.
To be completely honest, I can't take this anymore.
This series of videos went viral, with thousands of viewers intrigued by the eerie events. Naturally, hundreds of comments poured in trying to solve the mystery. Here's the TikToker answering one of the most common questions.
So I get this comment a lot, so I'm just going to show you right above the door. So here's the door frame, and right above it, there is no attic, just a smoke detector and a vent. And since I know people are going to ask, this is the closet right outside the room, no attic.
Some viewers suggested installing a camera outside the door to see if you can gather any footage that might explain what's going on. As it stands, this is an ongoing mystery. There's regular updates on the account, which we'll link to in the description box below. It's well worth checking out.
It's so everyone's been asking me to try and knock back. You
No one likes being woken up by strange noises around their home. YouTube user Ziggy09 managed to capture this exact situation on tape, making viewers double check their rooms before bedtime. In the video, we can see a person sleeping in a dark room. The person tosses and turns before getting up and turning on the light in the room. Watch what happens. As you can see, a strange figure appears in the window. The curtain on the right-hand side of the window inside the house moves slightly at the same time. Whatever it is just outside the window, it lingers for a few moments before disappearing. The individual returns and looks out the window for a few seconds. He then turns off the lights and gets back into bed. Later, more noises are heard. Take a look at what happens. This time, something white appears in the window. Unfortunately, this clip was filmed on a mouldy potato more than 10 years ago, so we're not able to get a clear view of what it is that's lurking outside the window. So just what is tapping at the window and waking this person up? Perhaps we'll never know. TikToker Megs Loves Ya seems to have caught something eerie on their home security system. In the first of a series of videos, we see footage shot from the security, a transparent figure jogging along the road in the early morning hours. In the second clip uploaded by the TikToker, she's zoomed in on the original footage. Here we can see that the figure's body does indeed seem transparent, though the figure's face looks more solid. In the last clip, the TikToker shares footage of her daughter running outside of her home to prove that she shows up solid on film. We can see that the daughter does indeed have a more solid form. After this, in the same clip, we can see footage of a car driving by the home, proving that objects show up clearly on the camera as well. There were tons of suggestions from other TikTok users on what this could be. Some believe that the ghostly figure looked the way they did due to dark clothing, or perhaps they were wearing reflective X6531 are another great place to hunt for spirits. Sometimes a ghostly apparition might make an appearance even when you aren't expecting it. This photo was taken when the user's friends snuck into an abandoned house in their town to explore. They took numerous photos during their visit, including this photo from the attic. On first glance, there doesn't seem to be anything unusual. There are only a few items scattered around the abandoned attic, nothing to indicate a ghostly presence. However, when the explorer later shared the images with friends, they noticed something they didn't see before. It seems that the explorer wasn't alone in the abandoned house. If you look closely at the small bench on the left-hand side of the photo, there seems to be a translucent figure watching them. The figure is almost entirely transparent, but seems to be a young boy seated on the bench, with his head turned